Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we're doing the next part of the free-to-play Team Bardock series. Obviously the last one comes out tonight and we will get Tora and the LR, so I'm going to try and get that farmed up as quickly as possible so I can not only showcase Tora but actually use the LR and do the full team as well. So, oh wow, so we already have basically one of his best rotations because we have the support here as well as the Bardock. His best link partner is actually the Great Ape version of himself, because like I mentioned in previous episodes of this little mini series, each of the Team Bardock units basically has the same link set, but then each of them has one unique link. Like for example, Fasha has Battlefield Diva, Borgos has Infighter, which is 10% attack, no, 9.8, not bad. 10% attack, and of course the Great Ape version of himself also has that, so I decided to bring him to use as the link partner. Hopefully we won't get too many ape transformations, but we'll see how it goes. So just like all the others, he has the low class warriors 50% 2 key leader skill, so that's not really important. Just like the other Ginyu Force units, really, you're never going to use them as the leader, you're just going to use them on that team. But this guy, he definitely is one of the ones that I feel like could be interesting for Super Battle Road. He's not going to be at his best capabilities here, and let me explain why. So his super attack does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun, which the wiki lists as 30%, which is not too bad. And then his passive is attack and defense 90%. He gets an additional attack and defense 30% when facing only one enemy, so he's getting that here, so we will see that slightly higher attack and defense against one enemy. But the other part of his passive is launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Now obviously we can't see that active here, that's something we will see, like I say, when we get to the actual Super Battle Road sort of showcases, because I really want to use the full free-to-play Bardock team in Super Battle Road. But the fact that he's a stunner, which, as I'm sure you all know at this point, stuns are super important in Super Battle Road. They're so useful, especially for teams that are maybe slightly weaker, just to give yourself some extra breathing room to deal some free damage and recover from damage you've already taken. So guaranteed additional super with a unit that can stun is really, really good. So he definitely will make it onto the team. Obviously, like I've said many times before at this point, I am going to do a run with the full free-to-play team, and then I am going to do a run where we change out like the STR free-to-play Bardock for the physical LR. I might switch out one of the other ones. Whoever I deem to be the worst, I might switch out for like Great Ape Tora, because he's a good support unit. I like the fact that both the Great Ape and the free-to-play Tora are both supports, so we got a transformation here, but we can take out Krillin pretty much straight away, and then that will end the ape transformation, so that's not too bad. And we can get straight back onto the Borgos showcase. So basically we want to have the best rotation we can get will be Borgos with Great Ape Borgos, and then Turles in the final slot. So hopefully Turles doesn't transform, that'd be pretty annoying. But we'll go ahead and do this here. Bardock should be good, yeah, with all this support on the rotation, even type disadvantage isn't going to make too much of a difference here. 1.9 as well. Pretty damn good for 55% Bardock, if I do say so myself. I would love to go back in and try and get dupes, but after that painful collab with Goresh, I'm about 1,000 stones deep on the banner with only one Bardock pulled and no Raditzes. So, I mean, I can't complain too much because I did pull, what was it, like 4 Go-Bros in total, but okay, so we did stun, so there's no real need to put him in the front or the back, so we'll let Great Ape Borgos go first. Let's see the difference here. Great Ape Borgos, of course, whilst being in the general pool, is a summonable unit, and he is also Rainbow, so he's at a 1.1. Okay, so he might actually have a slightly higher attack stat, although we do have Infire active now, so yeah, we're over 1 million. But is slightly below. But like I say, when you consider that that guy is a summonable unit who I have rainbowed, the difference is not all that great. And of course his Great Ape form isn't really that useful, so I do think even though the attack stat there was slightly lower, I would say that the free-to-play one is probably slightly better just for that stun utility. Like in events where the enemy can be stunned, I don't think you can really discount how good Borgos is. Plus, I do like the fact that the guaranteed additional against multiple enemies is really good, but the extra 30% attack and defense against one enemy is actually very useful as well. Not just for events like this, but for an event, for example, like Super Battle Road, when of course you've taken out all but one of the enemies. Because there are some units that work really well in Super Battle Road when there's multiple enemies, but then as soon as it drops down to one and certain parts of their passive are no longer active, they're not as good, whereas Borgos seems to be pretty good for that. So I'm going to do this. We do have Taylor, so this will be his best rotation. We did break 1 million on the previous one, so we should get just over that here. Yeah, 1.1. Not bad, not bad. I don't think... Yeah, okay, TN can be stunned, but then after this, they can't. So, yeah, but Taylor should finish him off here. Yeah, just about. So, yeah, Borgos, pretty good. I feel like he's like the forgotten one of the team, because obviously Bardock's the main man. Tora is a good support unit and is the one that he gets the bandana from, so a lot of people will remember him. Farsha is the girl one, so obviously back in the day, before Kale and Caulifla were even a dream in Toriyama's eye, Farsha was the original female Saiyan. Because obviously before Dragon Ball Minus, obviously it goes without saying that Goku would have always had a mother, but even in the original like Bardock specials, Gine was never actually specifically mentioned. So Farsha was of course the first female Saiyan that we ever saw in Dragon Ball Z, really. So everyone kind of remembers her. And then Shugesh is, you know, a meme, Lord Shugesh himself. So I feel like Borgos is definitely the forgotten one out of the Bardock team. He also does have crazy, like, mad scientist hair. But, I mean, his card's pretty decent. So, out of all of them, I'm not too sure. Maybe once I've done the Tora showcase, during that video, I will probably reflect. Actually, no, I guess I'll leave it for when we use the full team together, about which one I think is the best and which one I think is the worst. I think a lot of it does depend on which mode you're in. And then, of course, Bardock, whilst being very good, is probably one of the ones that's the easiest to change out, just because of other Bardocks that exist in the game. I mean, there literally is no other, like, base form, like Tora or Borgos. I didn't realise we were about to get the Dokkan attack, so let me cut right quick. Okay, so getting back into it. I didn't want to put Borgos in the first slot because of all the type disadvantage, but I want to see him hit the Dokkan attack, so I'm going to go ahead and heal here, and then I think even if Piccolo supers, we should be okay to not die in the first slot here. So let's see how this goes. We got no support on the rotation, so we're probably not going to be breaking the million attack stat. To be honest, 7,000 damage is really not that bad on a free-to-play unit with type disadvantage, and we're what, like halfway through the event at the moment. So I would say that's actually pretty decent. Not the best Dokkan mode, unfortunately. My timing was very off there, but I've already quit once. We're not doing it again. But 939 on the attack stat, not bad, just under a million. So I guess unless we get a crit, we're probably not going to do huge damage here. No. Was it worth the cut? Who knows? But there you go. We got the additional. So we're only against one opponent. So that is, of course, the hidden potential additional. I do think additional is the way to go with this guy, like I said, because his main utility is probably going to be stunning. So on Super Battle Road, you obviously get that guaranteed super. If you then get the additional from the hidden potential system as well, that's 3 chances to stun at the 30% rate. So there you go. So let me show you guys what I gave him here, and then we'll end off the turn here with some Super Saiyan Bardock action. So obviously you guys know I love my level 3 dodge on normal units, but with these guys, because you can only get a certain amount of points, and I think the only dodge nodes that are available are like level 1 or level 2. Level 2, giving them level 2 dodge for like a 2% chance to dodge, when it takes away from, like this guy, look, his total combined abilities is only 14. So with a normal unit, they have like 23 and 3 dodge, and that's fine. But I think limiting him to only being at like 12 and 2 dodge would be really bad. So, plus, I mean, let's be fair, outside of showcasing them and using the actual like Team Bardock team, I'm probably not going to use them that much. So I do feel like his best ability is to go for the max additional and then to just put the rest into crit so he can do that little bit of extra damage. So I do think that is the best way to build your Borgos. And then let us do this and end the turn with some nice damage from Super Saiyan Bardock with Turles on rotation. I think the friend is only 69%, but there you go. So stay tuned, obviously, tonight once Tora drops. Hopefully the drop rate won't be as bad as it was for me for Borgos, and I can get him farmed up as quickly as possible. And then we can drop a video on him and then get straight into some actual Team Bardock shenanigans with the free-to-play LR. So let me know what you think of Borgos down below in the comments. And yeah, we'll get ready for the final one tonight. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.